Hey, how's it going, everyone? GC Performance here, back with another video, and we have some exciting news today from the bicycle world. We have the brand new release of the new Sram XX1 SL transmission system, which we're going to talk about later in the video. But also with the unveiling of that, in a bunch of their videos, they showed off what looks to be appeared a brand new Specialized S-Works Epic. I don't know if this was announced or not, because I'll tell you guys this much. We have not heard any information about this bike yet. We have not seen it. We do not know if this is going to be real or not. We've only seen spy photos, but literally in all their tech videos, they've displayed this bike fully close up. And so we're going to do a talking point in this video of everything that we can see and what we know now. So the first part is going to be focusing on just the Epic itself. And then the second, we're going to be talking about this group set, because this group set looks phenomenal. It is expensive, but there's a lot of things they did right. And this just reconfirms my beliefs on the SRAM Red group set as well. That just like they released a new Force Axis group set, where they kind of just took the 12-speed Force group set and made it better. That's what I think they're going to do for the SRAM Red as well, following suit with the new transmission system. I think for the SRAM Red system in the future, whenever it does release, it's just going to be a better revamp of the 12-speed, a lighter version, better shifting, just to make everything better. So we'll see how that all pans out in the future, but this right now is the main focus, and it looks really, really cool. Everyone's calling it the Trek Super Caliper, yada, yada, yada. But this looks to be a Specialized S-Works Epic. It even says the Epic right here. And this is mind-blowing to me. Never in my life have I seen a company like SRAM or anything like this where they release a group set and they release a new bike. I don't know if it was by accident or whatever, but it just kind of showed up. So as you guys can see here, we have a rear shock tucked underneath this frame. We can see here we have a brand new, what looks to be a Revolve handlebar carbon fiber one-piece bar and stem. Also with this bike, they released the new group set today, but also had a new brake set as well, where these brakes are more sleeker and tucked in more to the handlebar. So that is a new aero look, and I think that's just going in the direction of making these bikes more integrated and running the cables more in tune with everything. But let's go ahead and focus on this. So we have this shot right here, and this is all off of these SRAM Tech videos, which they've released a ton of. But we have what looks to be this right. This is crazy to me. This is a full-on shot of their shock right here. So this is the rear shock, and it looks to be that they got rid of the brain completely for this Epic. So it looks like there is no more brain in the rear, unless there is a brain somewhere inside of this rear shock that we do not know about. Yes, this looks proprietary. It looks to be RockShox as well. It does not look to be Fox. But guessing by this thing, it looks anywhere between 60 to 80 mils of travel. So pretty on par with these new bikes. I don't know what the front travel is. It looked around 100. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 120 millimeter travel, because people are running this more crazy suspension. But it looks like we have the air sag right there, and that's our shock linkage right here. And again, this is, you literally go to SRAM Axis Eagle transmission system. They literally show you the whole bike set up, everything, and it's very cool. Now, this frame itself is capable of taking the new SRAM Axis system, and they have it right here. So not only is this frame new, but I think it can only take this system on here because of the fact that it can take the new derailleur hanger of the group set itself. But so we have the rear shock itself, and then if we go back here as well, we can go right here. We can see the zoom in, the front or the rear brake itself is running into the headset, integrated all the way down to the rear brake. So they're running this thing more and more. They're running this thing more into an integrated headset. So yes, it looks like proprietary headset size bearings, and they're just trying to make it more aero and sleek. Another thing I like to see is that they do have kind of like this sleeker, more down tube of the bottom bracket. And this is another cool thing, which we'll talk about in the group set system. This looks like the power meter that we've seen pros been running on their bikes for so long. I've had so many customers ask for this type of crank. This is on their XX1 transmission SL system and a power meter version. That one piece kind of whole configuration where it's an aero chainring looks phenomenal. But yeah, so far all we know is we have a direct mount derailleur attached to the rear of the bike. We have an integrated housing into here. We have a full-on rear shock on S-Works Epic as well. Inside of this video as well, they also give away the name of it, which I want to show you guys real quick. Let me pause it. Hold on. Right here. Okay, right here. Literally, it says the name of the bike right here. Specialized Epic WC, which I'm assuming is World Cup. Back in the day, Specialized made an S-Works Epic that was called a World Cup, which is like more of the like more aggressive travel bike. It had more aggressive head tube angles. It had a little bit smaller travel as well. And I like that they're kind of doing this because they're bringing a feature to the Epic that I do like. So, and by the way, SRAM did an amazing job with this launch of this new stuff. It seems like they're trying to get YouTubers away like me, but they really launched a how-to, as soon as they dropped this product, a how-to on everything. So like some of my top videos were like 100,000 views are like how to adjust SRAM force. Literally like how to size a chain for this, how to do this, how to do this, how to do this. And they're all spot on. So I think SRAM is literally trying to get rid of the YouTube gang, and they could go to consumer direct at some point, but it's crazy. But right here, you go to the app, bike brand, Specialized, bike model, and it pulls up the whole list on here. Epic, Epic World Cup, Levo Gen 5. Like, but yeah, so I'm assuming that it's going to be a Epic World Cup, and now they're going to be an S2 to S5 as well. And then you choose your chainring size. This is really cool technology how they have this set up, which I really do like. They show you how to kind of set this thing. But yeah, so it seems like on the announcement day of the new group set, they have given away exactly what this bike is going to be. And I'm here for it. I'm very excited to see this bike. I still do not have a release date of this bike. I'm assuming it's Epic because it says Epic on there. But the bike itself looks absolutely beautiful. Like I mentioned before, I don't know how this is going to play out. I don't know if this bike is solely proprietary to this new group set. I don't know if you can run a stock derailleur hanger on here because of the fact that it has this new proprietary technology with this derailleur where it has this piece right here where it shows the frame has a hole in it. Okay, so it does look to be that they have the derailleur right here. You can actually have a stock derailleur or keep that derailleur hanger on there, which is not a bad deal. But anyways, so you can run a normal derailleur hanger on there. So now for the new release of the groups, we have the brand new revamped of the XX1 Eagle transmission group sets. They released an XX1 Eagle, an XO1 Eagle, and also an XX1 SL, which is like their super light edition as well. The cassettes stayed the same range for a 1052 cassette in the rear. They got rid of the derailleur hangers on bikes themselves and now went direct to the frame. So there's only a couple of not a couple, but there's only going to be a select few bicycles that can actually run this group set, and they have a full list of what the bikes can be. But they're actually getting rid of the variable of a bent derailleur hanger. So let's say that you had issues with your drivetrain, you don't know if it's shifting right, and it's not working properly. They got rid of that altogether and put on a direct mount derailleur hanger system. People are considering, hey, isn't a derailleur hanger supposed to be the thing that gives way if you're to brake? Yes, that's true, but the fact is that they're making this thing so stiff. The guy in the demonstration of this component system stood on the derailleur itself and literally outlasted it, which was great. They say the harder that you go ahead and torque on this bike, you put 1,000 watts into it, you climb with the e-bike, you're going uphill, it's going to shift better. Similar to Shimano's Hyperglide Plus Plus, they're saying the more power you put on this stuff, the better it's going to perform, which is absolutely phenomenal. But right here, hangerless interface. The man's literally standing on top of the derailleur hanger. So people are wondering, hey, is a derailleur hangerless derailleur going to work as well if you hit something? Yes. They say this thing's going to be much more sturdy for it. They got rid of limit screws altogether for the system, so it's much more of a better consumer, easier interface for consumers. There's no more adjusting for limit screws. If you're wondering if you're too high, too low, you literally attach it to your bicycle, and that is it. There's no more adjusting at your house. You don't have to worry about anything. It's a really nice system for the consumers. And all you have to do is literally go into the app. You put this group set on your bike, go into the app, tell them what chainring size you have, what bike you have, what size you have, and it'll tell you the exact chain length you need to cut out, where to put your chain in there, and that's it. They also have a brand new shifter paddle here, which looks absolutely phenomenal. It is a little bit bigger and bulkier than what it was, but this shifter pod is called the Infiniteless. Where's that? The Infinite shifter pod on here. You have an up-down system. It can literally go left to right. It can go sway back and forth. You can go swap it in or out. They give you a lot of functionalities for the shifter pod itself, which I really do like. Right here. seems like there must be a range of adjustments. The one thing I did notice on the older style paddle system, it did hit on some people. If you had a bulkier lock grip and you go to shift, it would sometimes make contact. Now you can literally change the pivot if you want it interior, outerior to the bike. You can change it if you want it rocker up or back. There's a lot of fore and aft adjustment on this thing, so there's ton to play on here, and it makes it very, very simple, which I do really like. If you want a direct mount matchmaker system, they have this system as well, and then you can just adjust right there. But man, I think they did a really good job. I don't think you need a 13-speed group set for a bike, for a road bike especially. 12-speed is more than enough. You have the gear range, you have everything you want. This right here as well, with the derailleur hanger, this thing, if it ever gets hit, all you have to do is loosen your through axle like so. So see right here, how you have the derailleur, it looks like you got hit right now. All you have to do, see the line's not lined up correctly so you can even see that. All you have to do is go to your quick release or through axle side, loosen it, that thing's going to snap back into place and literally retighten it. So that's the benefit to this system not having a derailleur hanger. Whereas if you took a hit like that, your derailleur hanger would be bent, the rod would be done. This literally would take that hit, move it, and you'll know that it's good to go, and retighten it up, and you're back to riding. I mean, this system is going to make it better for consumers, better for bike shops, better all around. I mean, they really did do a great, great job for it. The redesign looks good, looks very nice. And then also, another thing I did like is that they completely changed the derailleur system on here to the point that if you needed to have any kind of impact to your derailleur, a lot of people that have this really nice stuff usually have money. And whenever they damage their nice stuff, they don't like the look of it, and they don't want to spend $1,000 to replace it. Now they make a completely, that's a sick feature too. Now they make a completely interchangeable drivetrain. These cover pieces on the outside, if you get a scuff mark, if you hit it, I can literally undo all that stuff and rebuild your derailleur to make it look brand new. That way you're not paying for a brand new derailleur. So all these pieces right here, where is it at? All these pieces right here, all undo with like a little T10 or T6 fork, and it comes right out. You have proprietary chain bash guards here, so whenever you're pedaling, you won't bash your nice chainring on the floor. It's absolutely beautiful. And then this thing is super badass. This thing right here, it says German engineering. There's a flywheel inside of your pulley wheel that literally, I mean, say goodbye to the ceramic speed jockey wheels. No one's going to want that when you have this right here. You get a stick stuck inside your pulley wheel. It stops that flywheel there, but the outside flywheel keeps on going. I mean, engineering to its finest. They really did a great job for the consumers. You spend your money here, the longevity of this thing's going to last forever. As long as your bike can work and make it last in here, you have replaceable parts for your derailleur. You have a bike that doesn't need a derailleur hanger. You have a flywheel that's going to work for you. It's absolutely beautiful. So I am a big fan of it. Right here. All these parts are interchangeable. Phenomenal. Last part we'll talk about is just pricing on here. Let's go here. Boom. Let's see. Shop the collection. Prices are expensive, but this is for a full group set, so remember this. This is for the Eagle Axis XX1 SL transmission. This thing is $2,200 without the power meter, $2,700 with the power meter. The power meter looks badass. This is what the pros usually ride. I absolutely love it, but they did a great job. You get the super light cassette, the nicer chain, and this is all T-type stuff, and this stuff only works with T-type, they say. So if you do want to get this stuff, you can't just swap out the derailleur for one. They all need to be cohesive. They all need to work together, so you do need to upgrade the whole group itself. But once you upgrade this group, you have a group that will last you a very long time. They do also have a cheaper model as well. They have the XO group, which is right here. Where'd they go? I think they might have taken off from where it was. Is there XO1 group or no? Right here. Oh, XX Eagle Axis group from $2,250 right here. And then I have an XO group set, which is much more, not much more affordable, but $1,500 or $1,450. That looks very, very clean. Myself, $1,600, and the crank set looks beautiful. This is a forged alloy crank, which looks badass. The crank set looks like very dark side-ish. The only thing I don't get is on the new group set, I don't understand what the SL version is, complete difference to just the regular XX. I know the cranks themselves, or the cassettes themselves, look different. See here, this is the SL with the 3 black pieces in the back. This is the regular with the 1 black piece in the back. I don't know the exact difference. The cage is a little bit different. Maybe it's just carbon. I don't know. But the SL is supposed to be the super light group set. So, but that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Super hyped on the stuff. Absolutely love it. And there's some tech coming out, and I'm very excited for it. So if you guys are interested, stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel if you guys have not. I'll see you guys in the next one.